Top of the top, y'all, it's your boy Real Estate Show tapping in, and today I'm going to do a quick step-by-step tutorial showing y'all how you can dissolve your LLC. Now, I know as entrepreneurs, the last thing we want to have to talk about is having to terminate, cancel, and throw our LLC in the trash after we thought of this, created this idea and brought it to life. But unfortunately, sometimes we find ourselves in that position, whether that's a failed partnership, the business failed, or you just simply looking to pivot into something else. It happens, guys, all right? I've had to terminate a number of LLCs. So today I'm just gonna walk y'all through the step-by-step process on how you can get that done. So you don't wanna just let your LLC linger because you still have obligations whether you're utilizing that business or not. The comptroller is still gonna expect you to prepare and pay your sales taxes. You still have to do a beneficial owner report or file franchise taxes. You still have to file yearly business taxes. You still have these obligations even if you are not operating your LLC. So if it's something you're no longer going to operate, you want to go ahead and dissolve that LLC fully so you can completely get rid of that liability. And today I'm gonna walk y'all through exactly how you can do that. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So first things first, as always, we're going to go right to Google and type in how to dissolve an LLC in Texas. All right, we want to go straight to the source. And so once we go down, I know from experience that this is going to have to be done using the Texas, the comptroller or the Secretary of State. So we're going to go right down to the Secretary of State website, the frequently asked questions, terminations, and reinstatements. Let's go ahead and click on that. And then right here at the top, how do I terminate my Texas entity? We're going to click on that, and it's going to give you these drop downs. All right. So how do I terminate my Texas entity? Let's read, y'all. The entity must first take the necessary internal steps to wind up its affairs. Our office cannot offer you any business or legal advice on how to wind up an entity's affairs. You may want to consult the entity's governing documents, the applicable Texas law, and/or a private attorney. So when it says take the steps to get your affairs together, this just means any debts that you have to the business, you want to take care of those, and any outstanding obligations that you have to this LLC, you want to take care of those before you completely dissolve the business, okay? So this could be consulting with your partners, making sure everybody's on the same page, or whatever that looks like for you. You want to make sure all your issues together before you terminate this business, okay? So 2, you want to submit 2 signed copies of a certificate of termination, all right? It's very important, guys. You must submit 2 signed copies of that certificate of termination. They need the original and a copy, okay? Keep that in mind. 2 copies, y'all. All right. Our office has forms that meet the minimum statutory requirements. Use of our form is optional. Okay, so let's scroll down because they should have a copy of that certificate on here. And let's go. Okay, so summary chart for terminating the Texas entity. We're looking for LLCs because that's what we're talking about. So you need a form 651, and let's go to 651. All right, and we can see here that the form 651 is the certificate of termination of a domestic entity. Exactly like we just mentioned, you need the certificate of termination filled out, 2 copies, so you can send this directly to the Secretary of State. So you're going to send both of this form in duplicate to this address right here, to the Secretary of State. And you also need to include a $40 fee. I sent the money order, but this can also be a cashier's check. So you have to include the 40 with these 2 duplicate terminations, all right? And this is pretty easy to fill out. So the name of the entity, this is the legal name of your LLC you want to put there. And then the entity is organized as, this could be an LLC, which is what we will be doing. So let's say LLC here, the date of formation of the entity. So put the date that your LLC was formed, and you can find this on your original certificate of formation, all right? The file number issued to the entity by the Secretary of State, and also on your certificate of formation, you will be able to find your filing number. You need to put that here as well, okay? Then you need to put the name and address of each of the entity's governing person. So anybody who's a member of the LLC needs to go here, okay? Their full name and address. All members of the LLC, their information needs to go here. All right, now on the second page, event requiring winding up, the nature of the event requiring winding up is set forth below. So you just want to check why you're terminating the LLC. You can put it was a voluntary decision to wind up the entity has been approved. Whatever your reason is here, you need to check why you're terminating the business, okay? Effectiveness of filing. This document becomes effective when the document is filed by the Secretary of State. If you're ready to go ahead and dissolve the LLC, I suggest you go ahead and select A and check off this box. But if for whatever reason you want to delay the effectiveness of this filing, then you can put that here. Let's say you send this on January 1st because you know on March 1st you're going to be terminating the business. So you might still need to wind up your affairs, and you might elect for this to be delayed until March 1st, if you need a delay, all right? So that's completely up to you. But if you're ready for it to go ahead and be terminated as soon as they receive this, then you want to go ahead and just check A, okay? And if you have a delay, then you'll need to fill this part out as well. Then the tax certificate, so attached here too is a certificate from the Comptroller of Public Accounts that all taxes under Title II tax code have been paid. So in addition to 2 copies of this certificate of termination, there is another document that you need to get from the state comptroller that lets them know that all of your taxes have been paid, and we'll go over that. I'll go back in just a second, okay? So it's a very simple document, 2 pages, and then you want to date here, and then put the name of the entity here, put your signature here if you're the managing member who is filing for this termination, and then just print your name here, okay? So that document is pretty simple, guys. This is a form 651 from the Secretary of State, a certificate of termination. You need this. You need 2 copies actually. Okay, so let's go back. And any authorized manager or authorized member / manager is who can complete the certificate of termination. So everybody or all members of the LLC do not have to sign. You only need 1 managing member to sign this termination, okay? But let's go back up. So we were reading here. So we already talked about the 2 copies of the certificate of termination. And then unless the entity is a nonprofit corporation, attach a certificate of account status for dissolution / termination issued by the Texas Comptroller. Okay, so this means that you need to either, let's go down. You can see number 3 below. So it says, what is a certificate of account status for dissolution / termination? Do I need one? Excuse me. A certificate of account status for dissolution or termination is a certificate issued by the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts indicating that the entity has paid all taxes under Title II of the tax code, and that the certificate must be filed with the Secretary of State to legally end the entity's existence. So let's just go over this again, guys. You need 2 copies of your certificate of termination completely filled out, and you also need to submit this certificate of account status that you can only get from the comptroller, okay? So if we keep scrolling down, you can request this certificate of account status using this form 05359. And let's go here. So you can fill this form out and mail. You can print this form out, fill it out, and mail it to the comptroller. They'll mail you back your account status letter that you need. But if you are not in good account standing, then you're going to have to either pay a late fee for maybe a BOI report or franchise tax report that was never filed or filed late. You're going to have to file and submit those reports and pay any late fees that may be attached to that, okay? Now, the easiest and quickest way to do this, and what I've done in the past, is go down to the comptroller office in your area, okay? You can go right down. You typically do not need an appointment. Let them know that you're terminating the business and that you need a certificate of account status that you can submit to the Secretary of State with your termination letter. They will let you know what your status is and what you need to do in order to, get the certificate of good standing, so you can send that off. And if you need to file anything or pay any late fees, they will let you do that right on site, and they'll walk you through the full process. That is the easiest and quickest way to do it, as opposed to mailing the letter, hoping you're in good standing, getting the letter back saying that you're not, waiting a week for the letter, it getting lost in the mail, all of that other stuff. It is better to just go ahead and go right down to the comptroller office in your area. All right, so, and that's pretty much it, guys. So after you get the certificate of termination filled out, then you want to go to the comptroller, get your certificate of account status, and you want to mail both copies of the certificate of termination, a copy of the certificate of account status, and that money order or cashier's check for $40. So you need to include all of that in the letter that you send to the Texas Secretary of State, and they will terminate your business. And you will get a letter back in the mail letting you know that that termination was complete and you have no further obligations regarding that LLC, okay? Hopefully this video was able to help one of my entrepreneurs out there, man. Go ahead and dissolve that business, get past it, and move on to bigger and better things. If this video was helpful at all, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more information just like this regarding LLCs or entrepreneurship in general. And until the next time, y'all, it's your boy Real Estate Show. Tap in.